Hey guys, what's up tonight? I started this a little bit earlier than I was going to, or a little bit later. I originally had it scheduled for 11:15, and then you see me looking over this way. I'm watching the Weather Channel. I have it on mute though because there's watching all these storms and tornadoes that are going on in I think it's Kansas and Oklahoma right now. So if there's anybody watching out there, any of our friends out there that I know. Trying to think of who, if we have anybody in. Michelle C is from Texas. Um, don't know about anybody around Kansas or Oklahoma. But anyway, if you guys, anybody here, anybody watching, lurking, maybe just watch out for the weather. Here in Arkansas, it's supposed to be here tomorrow. So it's going to be a fun day watching for tornadoes tomorrow. So welcome everybody that's here so far. Miss Lisa Joe is here. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here as always. Oh, Dandy's got question marks. I guess she was. Oh, there you go. Digging in the opening. Yeah, I had to come up with it. I made that today. Have a different opening for our Southern Gal After Dark intro, because it's definitely going to be a lot different than our true crime stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I needed a break from true crime for a little bit. I've been doing so much research and looking into cases. You can see tonight I even have the messy hair going on. Messy hair, I don't care. So I just thought we could talk about some stuff other than true crime. I do have some articles and stuff I brought up of some things, but we can talk about anything you guys want to talk about. Music, movie. I just put a few things on my little went the wrong way. There it is, my little card thing I got there, my little slide. Music, movies, paranormal. Ask me questions. Anything, not pertaining to true crime or true crime. It doesn't matter. Hey, Dave. There's our owl on the prowl. See if it'll come up. Well, I might have to do it from my phone. Hey, Dave, how are you doing? Thank you, sir. I will, my farm signal is not working too well tonight, so I don't know if it's might have to do it old school from the phone. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, all the stuff that's right now over in Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, that's going to be coming our way here in Arkansas tomorrow. So just going to be on the lookout. Hopefully it won't be bad, but with everything I'm seeing right now, all the tornado warnings that are going on in Oklahoma and Kansas right now, they got bunches of tornado warnings. I think in Kansas they got one confirmed on the ground that could be a big major tornado. So pray, thoughts and prayers to everybody who's in the line of any storms. Sounds like me. See if you can come up. There it is. It's taking a minute. Miss Lisa Joe says I have two hair looks: beach bum and homeless bum. Yeah, as you can see, I got my hair in a ponytail and got the scragglies going. So this is an informal. It's not as we can loosen up a little bit. I don't have to look my best, but it's good to have everybody here. How's everybody doing? Dave asked, I can get it to come up there. Ask, how are the storms? Well, right now sorry, I can't see oh yeah, my computer, my second self pooped out again. Right now the storms, Dave, the storms in Kansas and Oklahoma are not good, but like I said, that what's happening in Kansas and Oklahoma and around there and Texas now or will be here tomorrow. Yeah, maybe taking a while for it to come up. Dave says, seems like westernmost Arkansas, but mostly Oklahoma and Nebraska. Yeah, it's going to take, they said, because I'm in central Arkansas, so they said it won't be here in central Arkansas till sometime early in the morning and into tomorrow. So, and then on top of possible tornadoes, we're going to have could have flooding because there's a lot of rain with all these storms. So, just never know. But I've lived in Arkansas all my life, so I know how to look out for the storms. Just going through. Oh, thank you, Dandy. Dandy says, well, you're beautiful as always. Thank you, my dear. So are you. All you people are beautiful inside and out. My wonderful community. I love you guys so much. And I hope my second self will start working because, sorry, I was eating popcorn earlier. Had some popcorn kernels stuck on my tongue. I know, I'm sorry, that's gross. Oh well. Uh, so anything in particular you guys want to start out with? Oh, Miss Lisa Joe says that she has a friend. It's coming up yet. Oh no, put that back up. Okay. That she has a friend in Omaha. She was talking about the storms today. Yeah, I think that tornado warning. I'm trying to look that they had that it was a confirmed, most likely. Well, I don't know if it's confirmed, but just from, they said looking from radar. Um, I think it was close to. Maybe not. There was one close to Omaha earlier. Sorry, I'm looking over at my TV screen over here, trying to see where they're at. Right now, they're showing Depew, Oklahoma. I don't know where Depew, Oklahoma is. The extent of my Oklahoma, I've been to Poto, Oklahoma, and I've been to Oklahoma City. A few years ago, well, more than a few years ago, me and my baby brother and baby sister-in-law and her cousin went to Oklahoma City to a Pearl Jam concert. And at either, well, I guess it's before the concert, we went over to, I think it's called Bricktown and ate, and then we went to the whatever arena or stadium. It was an arena inside to watch the Pearl Jam concert, and then that next day before we left, we went down and went through or walked around the Oklahoma City, the Murrah building where the Oklahoma City bombing was. Um, Very sad. It's a very beautiful place, very beautiful memorial they put up there. But yeah, that's the only time I've been to Oklahoma City. Like I said, I've been to Poto, which is just right across, right, not too far across the Arkansas border in Oklahoma. I've been there once or twice with the car club trips. Because basically our whole family is in the Arkansas Pontiac Association. So every once in a while, at least once a year, usually during the summer, we'll do a road trip and go to different places. So we've gone to State in Poto a couple of times. And we got to go, and I can't remember the name of the town. It's somewhere in Oklahoma, but it's where they got the idea for Cars, that Disney or Pixar movie Cars, where they have the mural. So they have a little place where they have a replica of the Mater of the tow truck, and it was just really neat, really neat. Uh, uh, Lisa Joe said, "I work in microbiology. Nothing grosses me out." Are you talking about my my popcorn kernels? I guess I was saving them for a midnight snack. Uh, don't know what I've even got up. I don't know if my second self is working. Yeah, Dandy says that she's in Colorado. She's not waiting on the tornado. Stay safe, everyone. Yeah, Yeah, we get our share of the tornadoes down here in Arkansas, unfortunately. I'm just gonna stick with my going through comments. I saw Tony. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I didn't miss him here. I'd be further down on my. There's Tony. Hey Tony, how you doing? Good to see you here, as always. Yeah, Dave said, I get it to come up. Storms tonight should be less impressive as earlier today and yesterday. Yeah, yesterday in was it Iowa and Nebraska and Iowa up around there? They had some horrible. Was it Nebraska? I know it was in Iowa because I started in once again geography was not my strong suit in school, but from Nebraska and Iowa, they had some very, very bad tornadoes, lots of damage. I've been watching the Weather Channel for since yesterday, last night, not before last, yesterday when all this started. But I'm a big weather geek, so I watch the Weather Channel a lot. So, uh, all right, see what else we got going here. Dandy says that she wants to talk about Dandy says, I want to talk about Jen Soto and how Stefan has prior charges with same birthday as Maddie. How can she not know? Or am I totally wrong? You know, I've kept up with the case. I haven't been, 24/7 watching it. I do know that Stephen Stearns has now been charged with homicide, finally. Um, with the mother, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched enough of it to. But with some of those interviews and then a little bit of inconsistencies with her story. But I mean, we weren't there. We don't know. I don't know. But it's just sad all the way around. Let's see. Daddy says I'm confused about prior charges from 2019 or so. I'm thinking because I do remember that when they first started checking Stephen Stone, talk, learn how to speak English, Stone. I do know that it may have something to do with his phone. I don't know about charges, but I know at first when they started looking at his phone, um, they had pictures back to maybe 2020 or 2022, 2021. And I think when they researched it, looked at it some more, they had pictures going back to maybe 2018, 2019. Now, I don't know if that's what you're referring to. As far as charges, I don't know. The charges may be back from till 2019 for the CSAM indecent, horrible stuff that he had on his phone. That may be it. Hey, there's my buddy T. Hey T, how you doing? Always good to have Arctic Fox True Crime here. Always a pleasure, my dear. My friend, my bud. Uh, let's see. Maybe I don't know if my second self is gonna work. I'm behind or uh, so welcome, T. T, are you ready to go storm chasing? We're talking about that. Yo, we had so much fun. Whatever night that Sunshine Mind of Monsters did her live stream about the Ellen Greenberg case. After I got off, after that finished, because I know Arctic was there, a whole bunch of people were there. I don't know if Kimber was there. But anyway, after Sunshine got done with her live stream, I got on Discord just to check because you know me, guys. You know, I'm not the world's best at checking Discord. I try to check it as often as I can, but I was on Discord and a lot of people started coming in on my channel or on my is that what it's called, on my Discord on my general channel, and I was there. Chris Gideon was there. Arctic was there. Kimber was there. Patriotism was there, and we were talking about from everything from football to storm chasing to me and Kimber are going to start an animal sanctuary apparently with elephants and elephants and penguins in it. Me and T Arctic Fox are going to go storm chasing at some point, but not in the Mustang apparently. And so yeah, we had lots of fun over there. That's why I wanted to kind of do something like this tonight to talk about. You know, maybe not so much. I mean, we can bring up true crime if you want to, but you know, talk about other things along with true crime. Um, yeah, because I like, you know, I had to, you know, I just have to have a break sometimes because tomorrow I'm gonna have to get um uh my mind just went blank as usual. I have to get my slideshow put together for my Missing Person Monday video and get it recorded at some point tomorrow or tomorrow night to be able to upload it, probably do it as a premiere video at some point Monday. So I just want to take a little break tonight and see what we can get into. Go through, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Oh, Dave wants to know what our top or mine or anybody's top 5 bands. Oh my goodness, that's a hard one. Can I have like 3 days to think about it? No, I'm kidding. And I might say, I don't know if I want to say in no particular order or any particular order. I probably have to say Pearl Jam is my number 1. Oh my God, it's so hard. Creedence Clearwater Revival is probably my number 2. No, I'm not good at thinking on the spot. These probably won't be in any particular order except for Pearl Jam and Creedence. Poison is up there in my top 5. Hootie and the Blowfish, and or Darius Rucker by himself. How many is that? 4. And I'd like to know you guys' favorite bands. Top 5, top 3, whatever you want to give. I can't remember how many have I done? 4. And I'm probably forgetting somebody. Just like when I'm watching me and my mom watch Jeopardy together. We DVR it, and then depending on what either one of our work hours are, we'll sit down and watch it together. And I can't think fast. I know a lot of the answers to the questions, depending on if it's a category that I know a little bit about or a lot about. But my mind sometimes can't think fast enough to process through the information. So I would be very slow to buzz in to answer a question because my mind doesn't work that fast. Yes, Tony. I also like Ryan Hall for severe weather. Yep. Because I watch him on his or what he posts on his Facebook page. Yeah. Yep. And also watch on YouTube whenever Reed Timmer is out chasing storms. Oh, now Dave, I'm gonna get to that question about the loudest concert I've ever been to. I have 2, and we'll get to that absolutely. Yeah, one of the many reasons that I'm even different than I already was from my years and years since I was a teen of listening to music way too loud, going to concerts way too loud. But I definitely have two concerts, the two loudest concerts I've ever been to. But that excellent, Dave. I love that. All right. So I don't know if let me see. Like I said, I don't know if my okay. Dandy, Dandy says her phone is autocorrect. I hate autocorrect. Man, I hate autocorrect on phones. Uh, yeah, that didn't surprise me, Arctic. Oh, it's not gonna come up. I have to do it from here. There we go. Arctic says I'm waiting to get my lawn chair and a 6-pack of beer ready for when the storms get here. Oh, if I could, if it wasn't dark, because once again, in my older age, I can't see to drive in the dark anymore. I drive over to your part of Arkansas over there, and sit and watch the storms with you. Maybe go storm chasing. Not at night though. We have to wait till it's daytime to do that. But yeah, I love watching. I can't remember if I finished my thought about Reed Timmer, but yeah, because I watched Reed Timmer and that whole group when they used to have the Storm Chasers TV show, whatever it was called, and oh, I love that, and I can't remember. It was on for a good amount of seasons, and then I think maybe they might have done a different one that was just Reed and the guy that Joel that he chased with at the time. I think is he passed. Joel passed away. Here a few years ago, but now Reed is mostly on YouTube doing storm chasing. So I try to keep up with him on YouTube and his storm chases. Yeah, just getting the. Yep, Arctic says absolutely. Ron Hall is awesome. Is Ron Hall? Is he from Arkansas? I can't remember. I know there are a few that I follow on Facebook that are from Arkansas, and I'm thinking Ron Hall is one of them. I could be wrong. Please, anybody correct me if I'm wrong. Um, I don't know if Ron Hall actually lives in Arkansas or just chases through here. Sorry, I had to get a drink. Um, Tony says that they've been lucky in Michigan as far as severe weather goes in the last decade. Yeah, yeah, and up there you can obviously you can get tornadoes anywhere, but there's certain parts of the United States in the world that gets more tornadoes than other places. But yeah, I remember I have my middle brother and sister-in-law live in just right outside of Minneapolis, close to Minneapolis, and a few years ago they got a tornado in the town because I live in one of the little towns, just like a suburb town of Minneapolis, and they got a tornado there that missed their house by like one street over. The tornado went through a block over. So it's yeah, it's scary stuff. I have been in one tornado. Um, it's been a few years ago. I can't remember exactly what year it was, but it came through here and popped our little town pretty good. And at the time, my baby sister-in-law was working at one of the local banks there in town, and we had gone to town because out on the farm, I don't know why we've never put a storm cellar out here for some unknown reason. Um, so me and my mom went up to town to the bank, um, and we ended up hiding out in the bank vault. And we saw the tornado because we were out inside looking. And the most eerie thing, most scariest thing about that was before we knew which way the direction the tornado was coming from, and so we were looking in that direction, and all of a sudden we started. Hold on. I dropped my stylus. Play contortionist to try to get it back where I can reach it. Hold on, 1 minute. I try not to turn it into a dumpster fire already. Anyway, so while we were standing outside waiting for the tornado to, because we knew it was coming towards our town next, all of a sudden we were standing out there. All of a sudden we saw things, dark things in the sky swirling around. At first we thought it was birds. But when they started dropping to the ground, it was like shingles and debris from the tornado coming from things that had already hit in the last town that had hit. Oh, and I get chill bumps. I'm still thinking about it now. It's just, so it's out there. Maybe a couple of minutes after that, we went inside the bank, started watching out the window, and all of a sudden it got windy and you could see it coming. And we jumped in the bank vault and shut the door, not all the way, but yeah. Well, no, we did shut it all the way. It wasn't. We didn't lock it, of course. We were able to get out, but yeah, we went out and it was just destruction everywhere. The buildings across the street were blown away. Trees were down. It was a scary, scary situation. So I don't wish that on anybody. Trying to get caught up. Oh, Dave says that he's technically a storm chaser as well, but I do storm chasing for different reasons. What kind of storms do you chase? The snowstorms up there. I know you're in the Northeast. Yeah, that's where I would do mine too. Tony said I do my storm chasing from the safety of my home. Yep. Now, if I can stand out in my yard and watch it go by the distance, because there is between where I live out in the country and town, that's probably 4 or 5 miles, about a 5 minute drive, if that. And we have sat out and watched, sit out in our front yard here on the farm and watched tornadoes go in the fields between the farm and town. As long as they don't hit any houses or hurt anybody, I'd love to watch them. Um, anybody's coming in later. I got my TV on mute over here, but I got it on the Weather Channel, seeing what's going on. They're in Lincoln County, Oklahoma right now. But anyway, oh no, Dave said his Jeep got hit when you were storm chasing. Sorry, my cat come in. He's got to learn how to close the door behind himself. All right, Tony has got his top 5 bands of the Beatles, the Stones, Led Zepp, the Who, and the Guess Who. Good list. That works for me, most definitely. Oh, there's Jocelyn. Hey, Joss, how you doing? Good to have you here, my dear. Always good to have you. I didn't know how many of my late night owls will be in here. All right, Arctic's got his top 5. Let's see, Aerosmith, Korn, the Beatles, Green Day. There we go, and Maroon 5. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's a good list. Lisa Jo's got hers. Metallica, rock, girl. Love me some Metallica. Going back to, I don't know if I've got down to Dave's question yet about the loudest concert I've ever been to. So Lisa Jo's got Metallica, Randy Rogers Band, Pantera, rock again, something like that. I love me some Pantera too. Absolutely. Okay, Dave. Okay, there's a question. Dave says the loudest concert he has ever attended was Deep Purple. I like Deep Purple. I think they were. Are they even still around? Are any of the members of Deep Purple still around? Of course, whenever I think of Deep Purple, was it Smoke on the Water? They did Smoke on the Water, right? And I know my music knowledge, but my brain is not working. Okay, so two loudest concerts I've ever been to. The first one was Metallica was the headliner, and Godsmack opened for them. Godsmack was pretty loud. I thought Godsmack was loud, but then when Metallica came on, they just amped it up to the nth degree. Godsmack times 20. Wow. I mean, my ears were, and I'm, like I said, I'm used to loud music. I've been listening to loud music since I was a preteen, and then through my teenage years, because I liked all the hair bands, the metal bands, rock and roll. But Metallica, oh my God, they were so loud. Second loudest concert I went to was AC/DC and why can't I think? Motorhead, AC/DC and Motorhead. It was when Lemmy was still alive. I think I still go back and forth on who I think was the loudest, if it was AC/DC or Metallica. Suffice it to say, what little hearing I had left before going to those two concerts, and they were probably 2 or 3 years apart when I went to those concerts. Whatever little hearing I had left was decimated by the time I went to those two concerts. But it was well worth it. All the bands sounded fantastic. Godsmack, Metallica, AC/DC, once again, Motorhead. Yeah, excellent concerts. And what concerts, for anybody who is here who goes to concerts regularly or used to, maybe back in the day, what bands do you think or do you know that you've seen the most in concert live? That's another question. Oh, Nazareth. Tony says the loudest one for him was Nazareth. I remember Nazareth. Love Hurts. They sing that one. That's probably the only one I can name by Nazareth, but it came out back in what, 80s, late 80s, middle 80s, early 80s. Um, yeah, I love Nazareth. Oh, Dandy's speaking my language now. She says Eddie Vedder is a favorite of mine. Pink Floyd. Yeah, I love Pink Floyd. My middle brother, that is his absolute favorite band, is Pink Floyd. So Pink Floyd is his favorite, and I love Pink Floyd. Um, Pearl Jam is all of our favorite bands. Me, both my brothers, and both my sister-in-law, my baby sister-in-law. And then we have now made my middle sister-in-law made her become a Pearl Jam fan. Yeah, we've traveled to like I said, every time Pearl Jam would come to Little Rock, we would see them. Every time they come to Memphis, we would see them. We went one time to Oklahoma City to see them. Yeah. So Eddie, yeah, and I threw it over there. My cat, actually bought my cat a toy just to see if he'll play with it. One of them like kick toys because he's always wanting to get a hold of our arms and kick them, kick the arms. And so we bought him a long thing with a tail on it, a kick toy. And it's got like a zebra print on it. So I told my mom it looked like an 80s, an 80s toy. And for some reason I named it Eddie. Blame it on Eddie Vedder. Eddie, the character that Meatloaf played in a Rocky Horror Picture Show. Take your pick. Take your pick. I just thought it was a good name. And my cat has learned what Eddie is because I asked him, "Where's Eddie?" And he'll start looking around. Because usually, if I'm not sitting in his chair like I'm sitting in right now, and if he's not playing with Eddie, I'll put Eddie in his chair so he can sleep and snuggle with Eddie. All right, Jocelyn's got hers. Aerosmith, The Beatles, The Doors. I love me some Doors, some Jim Morrison. And Green Day. Yeah, I might have to. I don't know if I ever did my fifth favorite band. Green Day might have to be up there in my top 5. And we never got to see Green Day back in the day when they first started out. But when they did, oh, maybe when the American Idiot came out and they did that tour, or one of those in that era, American Idiot, or whatever came before or after that, they came to Little Rock. We finally got to see Green Day in concert. Excellent concert. Excellent. Miss Lisa Joe says, I'm wearing my Aerosmith shirt right now. I wore it to the Wisconsin Missing Person event today because I'm super professional. Hey, nothing to say that concert shirts can't be professional. And I just want to thank Miss Lisa Joe again for giving me all the information. If you guys haven't watched the case of the week that I did, sorry, I'm trying to get back down in comments on my computer in case they decided to. There it is. I want to thank Miss Lisa. If you haven't watched my case of the week that I did, it was missing Jeremy Lawrence. I want to thank Miss Lisa Joe once again for all the information, the pictures. Of course, it went out again that she sent me for Jeremy's case. All the information she sent me, and so thank you, Miss Lisa Joe. I appreciate that very much. I'm about to give up on my computer. About to give up on it. All right. Dave says the best concert that he ever saw was Kansas and Styx. That would be a good concert. That would be a good concert. I love Styx. I love Styx. Of course, my first encounter with Styx or hearing them was when Mr. Roboto came out. That whole, because I was probably preteen, maybe I was 13 or 14. Back in the 80s when they still had roller rinks. So just about every weekend, every other weekend, we were at the roller rink. And Mr. Roboto was one of the main, songs that they played at the roller rink. So I remember us skating, and singing Mr. Roboto at the top of my voice. Oh, but I do like later Styx. And then when some members of Styx went on to form the Damn Yankees, I love Damn Yankees. You got Tommy Shaw. My mind's going blank now. Tommy Shaw. Come on, guys, help me. My mind is not working. Don't let me have to look it up. Although I don't know if I can look it up or not. Yeah, I love me some Damn Yankees. Alicia Joe says that they're going to a concert on Monday. My boyfriend's something. Oh, Dave. Dave said his worst concert ever was Dawkins. I like Dawkins. Now I've never seen. Granted, I've never seen Dawkins in concert. That was one of my. I've saw probably every other hair band, glam band, whatever you want to call them, 80s hair band. But I never got to never got to see Dawkins live. That surprises me though. But I'll take your word for it, Dave. I'll take your word for it. Yep. He also says Dawkins was horrible. Well, maybe should I be glad that I never got to see Dawkins live? I'm trying to think if they ever came here. Because back then and still do all the big concerts come to Little Rock to whatever they call it now, Verizon Arena or whatever it's called now. The arena it's actually in North Little Rock. It changes names about every other day. But yeah, that surprises me that Dawkins was bad. Tony says his favorite show was the Toledo Speedway Jam with AC/DC, Humble Pie, and a ton of other big bands. Excellent. Yeah, they used to do. They haven't done it in forever, but this was probably back in the 90s, maybe into the early 2000s. Here in Arkansas, every summer they would do what they call Edge Fest, and I'm sure they had it in usually a different place every year. And Edge Fest had a lot of they brought in a lot of good bands for Edge Fest. I think the last time we went, trying to think who was there. It's been once again back in the 90s, early 2000s. I know Hailstorm was there. Trying to think of who else. Five Finger Death Punch. I have a T-shirt with all of them here, but I don't know that's got. I don't know where the T-shirt is, but it's got all the bands that were there listed on the back. I know it was Hailstorm, Five Finger Death Punch. I can't remember now. I've slept since then. Yeah, Dandy sounds like me. Dandy says, I see so many live bands, I can't choose a favorite these days. I go with what moves me in the moment in time. Yeah. It because I listen to all kinds of music, and I do have my favorite genres that I like to listen to. You know, I always say I've said it in my true crime lives and that I do when we get off on a music tangent that I love my go to is my 80s, either my 80s hair bands or my early 80s. You know, like Duran Duran. That was my first. Duran Duran was my first crush, my first band crush. I still love them to this day. And I actually did get to see Duran Duran a few years ago. They did come to someplace in Memphis, some park in Memphis. But of course, there was so many people there. We were sitting back. We could see the big screen. They had big screens set up. But yeah, Duran Duran, Cultural Club. I can't talk tonight. Culture Club, Cyndi Lauper, all the early 80s stuff when I was younger. And then I transitioned uh, to the mid and late 80s, early 90s when you had the hair band started coming along, Motley Crue. Of course, Motley Crue was started before a lot of them. Motley Crue, Bon Jovi, Poison, Slaughter, Skid Row, um, all those good hair bands. Those are my jam. Those are my go-tos. Awesome. I think I've heard of them. Lisa Joe says that her BFF's cousin is the lead guitarist for Citizen Soldier, or BF. You mean boyfriend or best friend? I'm assuming. I'm not going to assume what BF is boyfriend or best friend. Oh yes, Dave. I have seen. I have not got to see you. I did not. I have not seen UFO, but I have seen Ozzy one time in concert. It was amazing. I think it was on the No More Tears tour, I believe. Amazing concert. Amazing concert. Ozzy. See, you're going to keep making me have to change my top five favorite bands because Ozzy is up there. Ozzy is definitely up there. Poor Ozzy. He's just. I don't want to sound morbid, but I keep expecting to wake up every day when I wake up and get on news feeds or whatever and hear the news that Ozzy is no longer with us. But hopefully he'll stay around for. Yes, I agree. Tony says UFO is very underrated. I have listened. I do listen to UFO. Um, I have not seen them live though. Yeah, Ryan Hall, y'all. Yeah, I need to look up and I'm just gonna close out my StreamYard, maybe my yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I can look at Ron Hall up and see if he's just Southern or if he is actually from Arkansas. Ryan Hall, y'all. Apparently he's an internet celebrity because that's what came up on the Google machine. He's got his YouTube. or ryanhallyall.com. Like I said, I'm not for sure if he's from Arkansas. I know he is from the South, and he does some chasing down here in Arkansas some, or report weather reports for Arkansas. I'm keep an eye on the TV. There's lots of tornado warnings out. I think they're still in Oklahoma. This is weather blog. I don't know if it'll tell where he's from. And I think he has a brother. I think there's two of them. There's two Halls. I could be mistaken, but Dave says most concerts I've been to, I was either blitzed or high, so I don't remember too much. Yeah, when I was younger, of course, the first concert I ever went to by myself, my kind of concert, my hair band concerts. Um, it was back when they were still doing concerts at Barton Coliseum in Little Rock, and I was 15 years old, and it was Bon Jovi and Cinderella on the Slippery When Wet tour. And at that time, they still had what they call the parents' quiet rooms. At least at Barton Coliseum, they did at that time. And so mom dropped me. She said it's the hardest thing I've ever done. So dropping my 15-year-old baby, and I'm the oldest, 15-year-old baby off to go into a concert. And, of course, she sat out in the parents' quiet room. But yeah, that was my first concert, 15 years old, Bon Jovi, Cinderella, Slippery When Wet tour. But yeah, and then when we got old enough, 16, 17, when we got our own driver's license and we could take ourselves to the concert, we usually ended up having some drinky drinks before we left, and sometimes on the way up there, except for the person who was driving. And we always had a driver. Um, so yeah, there have been some concerts that I kind of remember them, but I don't remember every detail because, like you said, I partook of a little drinky drinks before. So I understand you, Dave. I got you. We're right there, Dave. I know. Uh, yes. Jocelyn says I want to see Aerosmith one last time, but I think tickets are way overpriced, so I can't make myself buy that. Yes, we actually, me and my baby brother and baby sister-in-law, we want to see Aerosmith so bad because I don't think any of us. They may have gotten to see Aerosmith. I've never seen Aerosmith live. Um, because apparently Aerosmith did come here to Arkansas at some point, and they went with somebody else, and I didn't get to go. So Aerosmith is one of my bucket list bands that I've never seen. But yeah, for this tour, last tour that they're going on, my sister-in-law looked up tickets because I think we were maybe somewhere they were going to be somewhere in Oklahoma, and because they weren't coming here to Arkansas or to Memphis, I don't think. So we were, I think, looking at tickets in either Texas or Oklahoma, and they were just outrageous. So we were like, we want to see them, but we don't have that much money. So maybe one of these days. Arctic, you are not right, my friend. Can I put this? I don't know if I can put. Okay, I'll put it on the screen and I'll let y'all read it. You can read it to yourselves. Oh, T, you kill me. I'm telling you, T. And he said, because in our Discord chat that we had the other night after we watched Sunshine's live stream, the Ellen Greenberg live stream, and then somehow a lot of us ended up on my Discord, which I loved it. Got to discussion, and of course T was he was doing the voice thing on Discord. I'm still learning Discord, y'all. But he's doing voice clips on Discord, and I told him, I said, if you were ever to do stand up, I'd pay good money to see your stand up. He goes, well, as a matter of fact, I used to do stand up. Oh Lord, he had us rolling, rolling. Oh, Arctic is a funny guy. Funny guy. Funny how? You talking to me? Like I'm a clown here for your amusement? Now we'll get off into my movie. All right. Just trying to get caught up. Oh, now you got Tony going. Tony says, that sounds like the thieves that hijacked a truck full of Viagra. The police are looking for hardened criminals. Oh, goodness. I love it. You guys are killing me. Oh, God. Here we go again. Let me read this before I put it up on screen. Oh, God. Okay. Arctic says, better than my other neighbor who went and got one of those penile implants. Everything went well at first until we all got electric garage door openers. Now his life, life has its ups and downs. Oh my goodness. Yep. So you got Dandy going too. Got Dandy going. Yep. Oh my word. Uh oh. Dave says he used to live close to Steven Tyler. Wow. Why did you kidnap him for me? I would just like to just talk to Steven Tyler, or just sit down and talk to him. For him and Joe Perry. I almost said Steve Perry. Wrong Perry. Joe Perry. That would be awesome. Uh, oh, okay. I was trying to figure out what Tony says. Going back to I was talking about the tornado I was in. Tony says couldn't get any safer than the bank vault. I suppose absolutely. And even if we would have got, because people were like, "Why did you close the door? What if you got locked in there?" Well, for one thing, you can get air in a bank vault, even if it's closed all the way. And for two, we had about 20 cases of water that they stored in the bank vault. So we had plenty of water and plenty of air. We would have been okay until they came and got us out, but we were fine. I think the tornado just kind of grazed the edge of the bank. Didn't really do any damage. Maybe took down some of they had some very little small trees beside it. But yeah, everything, we were lucky. The bank was lucky because basically everything around us, except for I think it was a Mayflower grocery store. Now it's a city market. But everything else, there was a mechanic shop across the street. It took it out. Everything across the street and down that road, down that block, got taken out. Two or three houses got taken out. It could have been a lot worse. Thank God nobody was killed or had any serious injuries. But yep, I wouldn't want to do it again. Absolutely. Dave says tornadic activity is actually a freak of nature. Lots of extreme conditions have to all come together at the same time. Yes, they call it. Once again, going back to my weather geekiness, they call it SLIM. Is shear, lift, instability, and moisture all have to come together to be able to produce super what they call the supercell thunderstorms that most tornadoes come out of. Now you can have a line of very strong storms that come through, and they'll have what they call like little inflow notches, brief spin up tornadoes in that line. But the worst ones are if you get what they call the supercells that are out by themselves. Those are the ones that usually the very big destructive tornadoes come from. Uh oh. I know what I might have missed something, but Miss Lisa Joe said cats are a-holes. Uh, I have a cat. Are you talking about my cat? Yeah, now he left again, once again, and he didn't shut the door behind him. I'm not going to read this out loud, but I will put it on the screen. Oh, so now, Tony and Arctic, Tony and T, the two T's, they have to have a stand up act together. They're both funny guys. Funny guys. Oh goodness. Oh, I got you, Dave. Okay, so Dave says I chase storms for barometric pressure and the association with migraine headaches. Awesome. So you're doing some scientific research. Yeah, because I'm one of those ones I'd always heard growing up the what they call the old wives' tale that your joints and stuff would start hurting whenever rain was coming. Because my grandma used to say we're gonna have rain. I'm like, yeah, and this was when I was a little kid. We're gonna have rain tomorrow or the next day or whatever. I'm like, you don't know. You don't know when we're gonna have rain. Yep, I can feel it in my bones. She'd say. I'm like, how do you feel it in your bones? You know, as smart ass little kid, um, preteen. You know, how can you feel it in your bones? Um, but it's true. You actually feel it in your joints, and I think it does have something to do with the barometric pressure, is what causes your joints to hurt. That's just what I've read or heard. I don't even know where I read or heard that. But yeah. Oh, how could I forget Queen? Yes. Dave said Queen has to be up there somewhere for me. Always been a huge Brian May fan. Yes. I've always been a huge, well, I love all of Queen, but I've always been a huge Freddie Mercury fan. Love me some Queen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too, Lisa. They keep bringing up me. Miss Lisa said, "Oh my God, Queen! I'm disappointed that I missed them on my list." Yeah, see, I can't make just my top five. You know, I can probably do my top three. Most definitely, Pearl Jam, CCR, and I forgot who I said was on my three. I just got so many bands that I love, and I listen to all kinds of music. Not so much disco. The only disco I could listen to was some of the Bee Gees, and only because I loved Grease and Saturday Night Fever. Those movies had a lot of Bee Gees tunes in them. Um, I don't do a lot of rap right now. 80s hip hop and stuff like that I could do just from growing up in the 80s. Um, Run DMC and all those back then. Um, but I listen to country. I listen to I can't really do pop, the newer pop. I can't get into that. Of course, classic rock. Well, growing up, what I consider classic rock, which now classic rock is considered what call my music from the '80s. But when in the '80s, when I was a teen, classic rock was considered like the Led Zeppelins and the Doors and things of that nature, Black Sabbath, or I guess they were Black Sabbath was more metal. But apparently now 80s music is called classic rock, so makes me feel really older. Yes, absolutely. Dave says Richie Blackmore is incredible. Yep. Yeah, Miss Lisa Joe says Metallica tickets are the same price as a mortgage payment now. Yeah, and Metallica was the one that fought with Ticketmaster because Ticketmaster did and still does jack up the prices on tickets. Um, and I'm trying to think of what year it's been. Probably, oh, if anybody knows what year it was or around what year it was when I don't even remember what tour it was when which Metallica album came out, but they were touring with the Godsmack is when I saw them. Probably I would say mid to late '90s, early 2000s. I can't remember how much we paid for our tickets, but it was worth it. How much ever we paid for the tickets, it was worth it. Yes, Dave, I love me some Judas Priest too. Yep, and but I have to add this though because I love their song among their other ones, among their all their other ones, most of their other ones, "Breaking the Law." but I can't listen to that song without going back to Beavis and Butthead. If anybody's a certain age around here that remembers watching Beavis and Butthead, and they're washing the dog, washing the dog. Good old Beavis and Butthead. Absolutely. Me too, Tony. Oop. Tony says ticket sellers have outpriced him from seeing any good shows. Yeah, there are so many good shows. And talking about, I mentioned Hootie and the Blowfish earlier. Hootie and the Blowfish are coming back, which I have seen them a couple, 2, 3 summers ago. They came up to around Fayetteville to the amphitheater up there, and it was the Hootie and the Blowfish and Bare Naked Ladies. And so we bought tickets and went up there to see them because I had never got, we never got to see Hootie and the Blowfish back in the day, back in the 90s. So me and my mom went up there to, because my mom loves Hootie, as she says, Hootie. I'll never forget when Darius left or took a break from Hootie and started doing Darius Rucker when he took a break from Hootie and started doing his country stuff, which I love Darius's country stuff. I had been at work and I came into my mom's house one day and she looked at me and she goes, "Who is Darius Rucker?" I said, "Mom, it's Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish." She goes, "Oh, okay, I knew that voice." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Well, he's got a country song." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Which is so funny. She's like, "Who's Darius Rucker?" I'm like, "It's Hootie, Mom." So she is also a big Darius fan. Oh, they've said he has seen Judas Priest 5 times. I would love to see Judas Priest. Oh yeah, Iron Maiden's another good one. Love me some Iron Maiden. Run to the Hills. That is theirs, right? Making sure I'm not getting my metal bands mixed up. Yeah, love me some Bruce Dickinson. Most definitely. Oh wow, that's Tony says that they've seen Kiss about 13 times. I've seen Kiss twice. The first time I saw them was in the 80s or whenever it was when they took off the makeup. They came to Little Rock maybe during the Hot in the Shade tour, maybe. I know it was at the point where they had taken their makeup off. Excellent show. And then I saw them back when they put their makeup back on. And they went on the reunion tour or whatever, We Need a Money tour or whatever. Um, I got to see them with their makeup on. So Kiss is another one of my favorite bands that's up there. Definitely top 10 for me. Yeah. Tony says back in the day, bands would play 3 nights in a row. So in a weekend, you could see them 3 times. Yeah, and I remember once again going back to the 80s and early 90s at Barton Coliseum before they built the new arena in North Little Rock. You could get 2 and sometimes 3 headliner worthy bands. I'm talking about the hair bands. I mean, most of, like I said, my first concert was Bon Jovi and Cinderella, and that's too big. Either one of those could have been headlines. And sometimes you would have 3. I think I saw, and I've seen so many concerts, they all flow together, but you would have anywhere from 2 to 3 bands that could, all of them, either you could interchange them as headliners. And back then you paid what, about 10 or $15 for a ticket and $15 for a t-shirt, concert t-shirt, and you were set to go. Like in the good old days. Yes, I remember King's X too. They said King's X was good. Send them a lot down in Boston. Yep, I remember King's X. Jocelyn said, I've heard of that name. Jocelyn says, I was surprised by the Lumineers concert. They were fantastic. My daughter wanted to go, and I'm glad I went with her. I've heard the Lumineer. I probably heard some of their music and just didn't realize who they were, but the name is familiar. Excellent. Tony says, I saw King's X with, hold on, do some multitasking. I'm going to see if I can get my StreamYard to come back up on my computer. Makes it so much easier to go through comments. Tony says, I saw King's X with Blue Murder at the Royal Oak Music Theater. I remember Blue Murder. Maybe I shouldn't say the M word. Blue Red Rum at the Royal Oak Music Theater. Yes. Heart was good. Big fan of Nancy Wilson. Absolutely. Yeah, I love my rock ladies. My very favorite female musician of all time, Pat Benatar. I love me some Pat Benatar, along with Neil Giraldo, her husband. They ended up getting married. They put them together when they were young. He was a guitar player and wrote a lot of the songs, and he and Pat ended up eventually getting married. And a few years ago, we went down to Tunica to one of the casinos. Pat and Neil did. It was just Pat and Neil Giraldo by themselves did a concert, and it was fantastic. Fantastic. Love me some Joan Jett. I saw Joan Jett at Magic Springs, which is in Hot Springs here in Arkansas. It's a theme park, but they have they used to, or I guess they still do, their summer music series, and I saw a lot. We haven't been in years, but back when I could still see to drive at night, and my mom could still see to drive at night if my brother and sister-in-law didn't go to drive us. Yeah, we saw a lot of the 80s hair bands would come. We saw Bret Michaels used to come about every time. I've seen him about just Bret by himself about 8 to 10 times. And as a matter of fact, last year, it hadn't even been a year. Me and my mom went back to a casino to see Bret Michaels by himself. He always puts on an excellent show. Trying to think of some other rock ladies like Lita Ford. Love me some Lita Ford. Solo, and when they all were with the Runaways back in the day. So I love my rock ladies too. I like my men, but I like my rock ladies too. Yep, I haven't. Tony said he's never got to see Hard. I've never seen Hard in concert live either. Unfortunately, absolutely. Dave says Ann's got some pipes. Yes, sir. All right, we'll see if I can get back into my StreamYard here. Makes it so easier to go through comments. I'm not leaning in. Y'all have to look at my big face in the screen because I have to lean in to read the comments off my phone. It's about letters about this big. See if I can get back down to trying to get okay, I think I'm see if it'll work. Didn't come up. There it goes. Tony says she is one of my favorite one of my favorite of all time singers. Oh, thank you, Lisa Joe. I'm assuming you're talking about Jeremy's case. Lisa says I appreciate you covering. Absolutely. And excuse me for I usually don't do this on camera, but it's just my vape. If tomorrow night, if we don't get blown away by tornadoes sometime tomorrow night, I'm hoping that whatever bad weather we're going to have is going to be moved out by about 7 or 8 o'clock, or hopefully earlier tomorrow. If the weather clears up by around 8 o'clock tomorrow night, I am going to try to do a True Crime Sunday live stream, and I am going to share Jeremy's case again. We're going to be taking a look at revisiting some the Fredericktown cases, Timmy D's case, Durante Martin's case, because there was a new news, one of the news stations, KMOV, did about a 10-minute story about Durante with the blessing of the family. Miss Kimberly and Miss Erica gave KMOV, this new station, access to all the files, and they did interview Miss Kimberly and Miss Erica. So I'm probably going to play that. I've got everything screen recorded. I hope I can play. It's about 10 minutes. I hope I can play it all without getting copyright, because I'm still learning about the copyright thing. I know that if you play something, as long as you stop it every once in a while and kind of make a little comment or something, that it falls under the fair use. But at any rate, hopefully the weather will cooperate, and I will be able to do a live stream tomorrow. Like I said, Sharon Jeremy's case again. He's missing. I put together some video clips of Timmy's case, and then we have the Durante. And now apparently, which I didn't know until Miss Kimberly had made some mention of it on Facebook, that the FBI stepped in, and I've never heard of a FBI case ruling in to rule on what they call self-harm. But apparently the FBI has also said that it was self-harm and that it wasn't a homicide, and that the case is closed. So I said we weren't going to talk about true crime tonight, but we can a little bit. We can talk about whatever you guys want to. But when I read that just burned me up to no end. Oh, did they come up? I hope it's up. Yeah. Tony said, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Hold on. I have to do it on my phone. Oh, maybe it was showing. Okay. Tony said another really loud band was Uriah Heep. Yes, I've heard of Uriah Heep. I never listened to their. Once again, my computer goes out. I listened to. Hold on, I'm losing. It's gonna be a dumpster fire. I'm losing all my stuff. I know who Uriah Heep is. I listened to a little bit of their music, but I'm not familiar. I mean, I'm not familiar with their catalog of music. But yeah. All right. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Tony said that I got to see Dame Yankees New Year's Eve in Detroit. I would love to see Dame Yankees. Oh, that's what I was going to look at, was the because yeah, Tommy Shaw and Damn Yankees. You had what, members of Night Ranger? Let me look it up. Some of you can probably look it up or name it faster than I can look at. Hear me taking away on my keyboard. Come on, everything's slow. My farm signal is not working tonight. Oh goodness. Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna come up. Yeah, Tommy Shaw, what, Ted Nugent. Oh, there it is. Okay. Damn Yankees band. Jack Blades, yep. Okay, so you had Tommy Shaw, Sticks, Jack Blades of Night Ranger, Ted Nugent, Michael Carlone, drummer. High Enough is I love High Enough. That's my favorite Damn Yankee song. I love the original version, and I love the acoustic version. And Where You Going Now? That's another one of my favorites. Coming of Age. I might as well say all Damn Yankee songs are my favorite, or favorite Damn Yankee songs. But probably High Enough is my favorite one. Yep. And speaking of Night Ranger, I love me some Night Ranger. I saw Night Ranger at Magic Springs. Sister Christian, let me some Sister Christian, because I saw it was Night Ranger and Firehouse. I love Firehouse, and I was so sad um, that their singer Perry from Firehouse just passed away not too long ago. And I don't even know if they've released his COD. Perry, I can't remember his last name. Farrell. Oh no, that's another. No, his name's Perry. Yeah, he passed away. It was sad. Oh, Jocelyn says the loudest concert she's been to. New Kids on the Block was the loudest concert I've been to. Maroon 5 was awesome in concert. Actually, New Kids on the Block was loud because once again, here a few years ago, they had the what do they call it, the 90s 90s mixtape tour. It was New Kids on the Block. It was Salt and Pepper. It was a bunch of bands back from the 90s. But yeah, New Kids on the Block put on a very good show, and I like it that the new kids, new men now, because they're all older men, have aged along with matured along with their fans, and that they put a little bit more sexy into their show. Oh goodness, because seeing Donnie Wahlberg without a shirt on, yes. Anyway, oh, Miss Lisa Joe says New Kids was her favorite concert. Yeah, they put on a. Oh, I've seen Bob Seger. Tony said Bob Seger was always a good show. Also, yes, me and my mom went to see Bob Seger. Excellent concert. Excellent concert. It's outstanding. I like Rush. Al said, or Dave said, Rush was great, but when I went to the concert, I went to see Rory Gallagher. Tony says Rory Gallagher was awesome. Yep. Okay, Lisa Joe said your boyfriend. Got it. Got it. Dave said, "Long live Randy." I forgot what Randy we're talking about. Are you talking about Randy Rhodes? Because I know we were talking about Ozzy earlier. Yes, Randy. If you're talking about Randy Rhodes, yes, love me some Randy Rhodes. Taken way too soon. Way too soon. I've got a picture, and I wish it's in my photo album. I didn't take the picture, but back in the day when we had when people had pen pals and we actually wrote letters to each other, one of my pen pals sent me a picture of Randy Rose that she had taken, or was it she or he? Anyway, that they had taken of Randy Rhodes at a concert and sent me a copy of it. And it was, so one of my treasures is kept in safekeeping. Yeah, I agree. Arctic said, God bless the day John Bon Jovi found a bottle of shampoo and a hairbrush. He's so much better now than he was in the 80s. Yeah, but now he looked good in the 80s, but I was always more of a Richie Sambora fan. I loved Richie. Loved Richie. Yeah, he was probably my favorite out of Bon Jovi. He and Tico. I guess I had a thing for drummers and guitar players. I usually had a thing for bass players, but yeah, Richie was always my favorite. Now, nothing against John. He looked good in a tight pair of jeans too. But yeah, I always loved Richie. There we go, Ronnie James Dio. Absolutely, Ronnie. Dave said Ronnie James Dio is his idol. Absolutely, absolutely. God rest his soul. Love some Dio. Yep, Tony said great vocalist Dio. Absolutely. Yes, I love Holy Diver. Dave said Holy Diver will always be one of my favorite songs. If it's on, it goes to 11. Absolutely. Thank you, Arctic. Arctic said Ron Hall is from Pikeville, Kentucky. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Patsy Cline. I love Patsy Cline too. Yep, love Patsy Cline. I like that the country, and I'll go through my phases. In the 90s, I did listen when I wasn't listening to the grunge, Pearl Jam and Alice in Chains and Soundgarden and all the grunge that came along. I was listening to country music, but going back to growing up listening to country, my grandparents always and my parents always had Patsy Cline on. And then, of course, we had Hank Sr., and then we had once again, they're all flying out of my head. Glenn Campbell, who obviously Glenn Campbell's from Arkansas. Merle Haggard, Charlie Pride, all those good. What I call OG rock, or OG country. Yep, love Patsy. Loretta Lynn, Tanya Tucker, Dolly. Yep. Jocelyn said Aerosmith was her first concert at 13. My dad was so enthused that he had to go. Or do you mean that sarcastically, or he didn't really want to go? He didn't really want to go. Who would not want to see Aerosmith? Come on. Oh, Tony said that he saw Aerosmith with Guns N' Roses. Absolutely, that would have been a good concert. I did not get to see Guns N' Roses, as I keep saying, back in the day, like in the 80s, 90s. But back then you were almost taking a chance buying a ticket to see Guns N' Roses, because you never knew when Axl was going to throw a fit and either come on 3 or 4 hours late or not come on at all, or start some kind of a riot at the whatever venue they were playing at. But now, when he and Slash and was it Duff got back together and did that tour, when I forgot the name of the album, we did go see them. They came to War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, so we did go to that concert, and they still sounded good. Surprisingly, Axl's voice still sounded good. Of course, Slash, his guitar playing always sounds good. Um, Dave says, when you grow up in Boston, Aerosmith is the last band you ever want to hear ever again. I can understand that, Dave. I can understand it. Most definitely. Once again, I'm gonna see if I can try to get my StreamYard to come up here, but Dave says there are so many better bands. Dave says we used to go to a theater down in Medford, Massachusetts to hear a band called The Dream. They moved to California and became Extreme. I love Extreme. Yes, yes, sir. Yep. And I got to meet Nuno Bettencourt one time. Yep, there he goes. Tony beat me to it. Nuno. Yes, I got to meet Nuno one time. And I love Nuno. I love his playing, his guitar playing. Of course, being a red-blooded American girl, I love his looks, at least back in the day. Now Nuno's aged well, but I digress. Um, I don't know if he was just having a bad day when I met him, or I can't say he was the friendliest in the world. I did get an autograph, but you know, and I understand, you, the musician's life, and you got all these people coming up and wanting an autograph and wanting to chit chat and tell you their life story. So I can understand it's going to wear on you and get old after a while. But I mean, he wasn't outright rude or anything, but Yeah, he's probably just having a bad day, but, he shook my hand and, I don't think I got a picture with him, because they didn't allow the place that they were at, didn't allow, any pictures to be taken, but I did get his autograph on a flyer. So yeah. Yep, yep, yep. T says, I can think of worse ways to die than in a bank vault surrounded by money. Yeah. But then how am I going to explain, or we were going to explain where the money disappeared to? The tornado took it. Lisa Joe says, she loves Patsy Cline too. She says her grandmother was a huge fan. It's ingrained. Absolutely. Yes. So that's what I'm saying, Lisa, about this classic, my music, our music. And I don't know how old you are. I'll be 53 actually in about a week. But yeah, all what I call my music, 80s, early 90s, or 80s and 90s, is now considered classic rock. And when you go in and hear it playing on Walmart radio or in an elevator, or when I say if you have a classic radio station that we have around here, and yeah, makes me feel so old. Jocelyn says she loves Led Zeppelin. Absolutely. I can relate. Arctic said, "Yeah, you want to feel old. The truck that I bought myself, brand new for graduating high school, is now 31 years old. I still have the truck, and it's in better shape than I am." If you don't have to say if you don't want to, but what year did you graduate, T? You don't have to say if you don't want to divulge information, that's fine. That would have been an excellent concert. Tony said, I'll get it where I can see it. Says, I saw Pat Benatar with REO Speedwagon. Yeah, I saw REO Speedwagon. Who did they open for? I think the concert was, I'm wanting to say Tesla, REO Speedwagon, and Def Leppard, maybe. I know it was REO Speedwagon and Def Leppard. And I think Tesla was it, because I think originally it was supposed to have been Styx, REO Speedwagon, and Def Leppard, and for some reason Styx had to drop out. And when they rescheduled or came, I think Tesla had taken their place. That was an excellent show. I've seen REO Speedwagon. Oh God, I think I saw them twice at. They used to do once again here or in Little Rock. Do River Fest every year, and I know I saw REO Speedwagon there once. I think we saw REO Speedwagon there twice, and then with the Def Leppard when they came with Def Leppard. Um, REO Speedwagon is always, you can't go wrong with the REO Speedwagon show. Hey, Jocelyn, I'll have to let my sister-in-law know. Jocelyn said Rain is an excellent cover band for the Beatles. I highly recommend them if you get a chance to see them. Awesome. I'll have to keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm not like a Beatles fanatic. Now, of course, I'd listen to the Beatles, and my baby sister-in-law is a Beatles fanatic. Get down here. I don't know how long okay. See if it'll work. And Tony says you can get away from a lot of copyright strikes if you use content from the Library of Congress. Good to know. Oh my goodness. Hello, Echoes. Anybody who doesn't know, Echoes is my brother, my middle brother. He says he is using his psycho abilities, and I'm predicting David Gilmour will play at the Sphere this fall. Is David really going to play there? Are you going to take me? Because you didn't take me when y'all went to see U2 at the Sphere, but I know that was your birthday present, Christmas present. Good to have you here, my brother. This is actually, unless it's an imposter, which I don't think it is. Echoes 14 is my brother. So big warm welcome for my brother. I love my brothers, both of them. Good to have you here, brother. Do you ever lurk in any of my brother? Do you ever lurk in any of my other live streams and don't say anything, or are you just coming into this one because we're talking about music? And somebody earlier mentioned Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd is Bubba's favorite band, along with Pearl Jam, like we were talking about earlier. Arctic says that he's down for revisiting Predator cases. Yeah, if like I said, if we don't get blown away by tornadoes tomorrow or tomorrow night, do you want to come on panel? And Dave too, because I know Dave has. I don't know if Dave is still here. If you and Dave want to come up on panel with me, I don't really have a lot planned. I'm gonna talk about Jeremy. I just put video clips basically together to show, and I was gonna show that new Durante Martin special that they did, that KMOV did. But yeah, if Arctic and Dave, if y'all want to come up on panel with me tomorrow, if like I said, I'm not 100% in stone. Like I said, I just have to wait and see what the storms do. Hopefully they'll be out of here and we don't get blown away. But yeah, I would love to have you guys come up on panel with me. And we can discuss Timmy's case and Durante's case, and because I know Arctic has researched it in depth. Dave has been looking into it. So yeah, I'd love to have you guys come up with me if you want to. Just let me know. Lisa Joe says that she's dealt with enough psychos lately. My brother's not psycho for the most part. We all go a little crazy. We all go a little crazy sometimes. To quote, was it Scream? Oh goodness, exactly. We know me and Arctic live in we live in Arkansas. We deal with psychos every time we go to Walmart. And I worked at a Walmart for 15 years, so please pray for me. I still have a PTSD from that because there are some things that you cannot unsee that you see at Walmart up close and personal when you have to be there 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. And I haven't worked for Walmart in probably 10 or more years, and I still have nightmares. Dude, are you having trouble spelling Gilmore? You, of all people, are having trouble spelling Gilmore. Once again, I think my computer's fixing to go out on me, so I have to. There it is. Did it go up? Oh my goodness, my cow fart signal is not working tonight. My farm signal. Uh, yes, Arctic. I'm sure you heard. Echoes is my brother. He's my middle brother. He doesn't live in Arkansas anymore, but he's up in the north, the Midwest, whatever you. I think I called it something one time. He says, "No, it's not the north. It's the Midwest." Uh, Lisa Joe said she feels like I feel like the ones online are worse. So you talking about the psychos? Yes, the psychos online are worse. I try to stay off of. I do not have Instagram anymore. The only time I had Instagram was when I was selling my jewelry that I used to make. Never had TikTok, never had Twitter or X or whatever it is. I have Facebook. I hardly ever get on Facebook anymore. The only Facebook I get on is my Southern Gal account, alternate account that I use for this. to share the missing persons, and to do the Facebook groups. Yeah, yep, absolutely. Uncle Ted was in Damn Yankees. Yeah, I had to refresh my memory about Damn Yankees. Absolutely. Jocelyn says Walmart attracts psychos. I avoid it as much as possible. Yes. Lisa says they seem scared of me though, so I must handle them all right. Are you talking about handling the psychos? Uh, wait, what is that? Will you give me the finger? I don't know what. I can't see it. It's too small. Let's see what it is. Oh, a wave. Maybe it was a wave. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing, brother. Lisa said that she would trade me her psychos for my Walmart psychos. What kind of psychos do you have, Lisa Joe? Yes, I do remember that. My Bubba said, "Do you remember when we saw Firehouse open for Vince Neil at Riverfront?" Absolutely. Yeah, and wasn't that when Slaughter was there, and we got to meet Slaughter there after the concert, and I got my hope from Dana, or am I thinking about a different? We went to a lot of the. Yeah, Echoes is my brother, because we're closer in age. We're only 3.5 years apart. Our baby brother, I am almost 10 years, 9.5 years older than our baby brother. So my middle Bubba here was my concert going buddy. Was that the one that we saw Slaughter to? And after Slaughter was signing autographs and stuff, and we got to, because it was after, I remember it was after Tim Kelly got killed, passed away, was when we saw Slaughter and got to meet them. Um, if I'm thinking about the right concert, but we've been to so many concerts, I can't keep up with the. Oh, come on, Arctic. Arctic says New Kids on the Block became old men in the nursing home. Hey, I'm telling you, Donnie Wahlberg still looks good without a t-shirt on. At least it did when we went to Memphis with my baby sister-in-law, and that hurt some of her friends. When we went to that 90s rewind remix mixtape tour, whatever they called it. Salt and Pepper could put on a really good show, a really good performance that night. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones that were there. Remember New Kids on the Block and Salt and Pepper. Thank you, Jocelyn. Jocelyn says Arctic Fox, I think they age like fine wine. I agree with you, my dear. I think it's fixing to go out again. Hold on, let me go back to my phone. Oh, it went away. Okay. You sound like me, Lisa. Lisa says they can take me for a ride on their wheelchairs. Most definitely. Sorry, my from my vape. I don't know what it's gonna look like. I haven't done this layout before. Oh, what did I do? No. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't know what I just did. Oh, I put my second self in there. Sorry. Oh, I was trying to change the layout, or oh, I have to do it from my phone. What did I do? Oh, now I've missed dumpster fire warning. Add to stage. That back up there. That's not the right. Okay, hold on. Let me get the. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna do this way for a minute, guys. Uh, you like my pink hair on my avatar that I have on my alternate Southern gal? Absolutely. Yep, our grandpa did have Tennessee Ernie Ford records. Yep, he did. Tennessee. Who else did? Tennessee Ernie Ford. Trying to think of some of those older ones that we used to listen to on the vinyl. I mean, listen to Patsy, Tennessee Ernie Ford. Most definitely. Good times, good memories. Oh, well, I only met him the one time. So my Bubba says, no, Nuno wasn't having a bad day. He was the same way when I met him backstage. So he's always a-hole. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, because I think I met him when probably when the Extreme came with somebody back in the day, and it was back when they still had the meet and greets at the record shops. And yeah, I mean, he wasn't outright rude, but it's like he would rather have been anywhere but there doing what he was doing. Um, when did you meet him backstage? I know you probably told me, but I've forgotten. You know, I'm old as you and our other brother like to remind me of. Oh, Lisa Joe, you're a baby. Lisa says she's 41. I'll be 53 next weekend. Hey, Arctic says 94. You'll have to. I don't know what you're talking about, Arctic. I'm lost as usual. Oh yeah, the U2 was your anniversary present. You could have let me tag along. I would have given you all your privacy. Also, I didn't know she liked watching homicide shows. Awesome. I knew there was another reason among the many that I loved her. We'll have to get together and watch some crime shows. That would be awesome, Arctic. Yep, tomorrow night. Like I said, hopefully the weather we'll make it through the weather tomorrow, and you can come up because I know, like I said, you've researched both Durante and Timmy's cases extensively. And Dave, I hadn't heard. Dave hadn't chimed in. Oh, excuse me, that was rude. But I know he's going to do a late night. It's already 12:30. We've been out here 2 hour, hour and 42. Dave said he was going to do a late night. I told him I would try not to stay on here too long. Oh no, Joss, like I missed something else too. She says, "LOL echoes." I do too. My hubby says he sleeps with one eye open. Sleep with one eye open. I know I can't sing. Can't carry a tune in a bucket, but that reminded me of Metallica. Yeah, I think that was his general consensus too. Arctic said, "Good for him for getting out of this s hole." Yep, they like it up there. He's been up there for a while. How many? I can't remember even how many years. I don't even know if he's still here. Um, they've been up there for a while. He's been up there for a while because he's got that Midwest accent now. Because when he comes down here to visit, I'm like, oh Lord, you don't even sound like a Southerner anymore. Debbie, yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Jocelyn. Jocelyn says she went to the mixtape tour too. Salt and Pepper, yes. Debbie Gibson. Oh, I love. Yeah, Debbie Gibson did an amazing job too at that show. Yeah. So, New Kids on the Block, Debbie Gibson, Salt and Pepper. I might have to look it up, guys, because it's driving me crazy. You might hear me picking on my keyboard here without. Hopefully, it won't mess up my. So mixtape tour. I don't remember what year it was. 2019. Well, that'd be about right. Yeah, there it is. Okay. See if it tells who all. If it'll work. Once again, my swamp signal is not my swamp signal is okay. Let's see. Naughty by Nature. Naughty by Nature. That's who I couldn't think of. It said New Kids on the Block, Salt and Pepper, Tiffany, Debbie Gibson, Naughty by Nature. Yeah. That's it. That was a good show. It was very good show. Yeah, Tiffany. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I remember now. Echoes. Yep. When she got the tattoo, the Magic 105 tattoo. Gotcha. Did you get to meet all of Extreme or just Nuno? Because I think I would rather meet Gary Sharon than Nuno. Nothing against Nuno. He's an amazing guitar player, but he just, like I said, everybody has bad days. But then you said he wasn't having a bad day because he was like that when. Oh, I got you, Arctic. You graduated in '94. Oh yeah, so you're a little bit younger than me. I graduated in, or a lot. I graduated in '89. 19 years. I don't know if it came up. Yeah, it did. 19 years you've been up there. So cool. You got to meet all of them. Pat Badger was cool as shite. Excellent. 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 All right. I don't know what else I had going on. Oh, I had pictures of my cat. But actually, since we're talking about music, I'll just let you get a glimpse of Tigger Man. See if I can get to the and read it. Okay, so I thought we could do a little, if I can read it. Band, name as many bands as you can with animal in their names, or it could be a band. Thank you, Arctic. Arctic said he's a cutie. Yes, my Tigger Man is a cutie. Um, come up with some band names, or it could be an individual artist with an animal in their name, or and once I'm just going to shut this freaking thing down, my computer, or take a band or a individual artist and change one of the words in their band name or name to an animal name and make it as funny as you can. Oh, tell her I said hello back and I love her, and I miss all of y'all. I really do. Oh, yeah, blind. Is that a real band? Blind Hippopotamus. So Blind Hippopotamus. There we go. Jocelyn's got the monkeys. I've got, let's see, we got the Black Crows. We've got Three Dog Night. Let's see who else. I'm trying to think of some names that I can change to make into Ooh, Arctic's got them going on. Arctic's got the monkeys, the turtles, and the beetles. There you go. There you go. Bird Eye Blind. Still Third Eye Blind. Bird Eye Blind. Um, see if I can think of some more. John Cougar Mellencamp, back when he was still using Cougar. I think it's just John Mellencamp or whatever his name is now. Come on, guys. Uh, okay, wait a minute, I'm confused. Okay, Echo said, Mrs. Brown, after one show, she said, I heard there was a blind hippopotamus. Oh, Mrs. Brown. I got you, Miss Brown, the teacher. Okay, I keep leaning the wrong way to be in camera. Blinding. Yes, good old Miss Brown. Yep. There we go. Another Arctic said 3 dog night. Yep. Jocelyn's got one, the Partridge Family. Yeah. Says we all said like what? Yeah, Mrs. Brown was a character, but so was Mr. Brown. So Mrs. Brown, anybody this is he's referring to a teacher. She taught what history and Spanish maybe. I had her for history, I think. But Mrs. Brown was married to Mr. Brown, who was the principal of the school. So, and Mr. Brown was a character too. Yep, there you go. Jocelyn's got Snoop Dogg. I love some Snoop Dogg. Yep. Oh, yep. Def Leppard. Yeah. He Echo says blind hippopotamus. We said Def Leppard. Oh, yeah. There you go. Arctic. Arctic said, oh, it's jumping on me. Hold on. It's jumping on me. The Muppet Band. Gotta love Kermit and Miss Piggy. Absolutely. Animal. Animal was my favorite. Love Animal. Oh God. Mrs. Brown was a nut. Says I knew it was an animal with a handicap. Yeah, and actually, I think the last time or one of the last times Def Leppard, because we have a Arkansas Blind and Deaf School here, and that's what the deaf school is, the Def Leopards, and that's where they got that from. So last time Def Leppard came down here for a concert, and maybe in the one I went to when they came with REO Speedwagon and Tesla or whoever it was, they actually went out to Def Leppard. The band went out to visit the school, to visit the deaf leopards at the school. I thought that was amazing. That was amazing. Still trying to get my second self does not want to, because it makes it so much easier to read comments. All right, guys, whatever y'all want to talk about. How far we're 2 hours in. I don't know when Dave is. I don't want to interfere with Dave's. I don't know when he's going to start. He may already be started, but I can't. Hold on. Oh, he's already started. Yeah, Dave has started. That's funny. Arctic, I'm telling you, you got to do stand up. Arctic said Helen Keller is qualified to be in either Def Leppard or Blind Lemon. Oh my goodness. You mean blind melon and not blind lemon? Blind melon. Is that who you're talking about? Uh, oh yeah, Miss Lisa Joe wanted to talk about dogs. Yes, we can talk about dogs. Oh, I need to find that. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to screen share it because I had an article. I think about a doggy. Um. Okay, so I had an article about the Loch Ness. Oh, here it is. Missing dog turns up after 9 months, and it probably won't let me screen share it because yes, Arctic said he loves his dogs. I don't know how well this is going to work, if it's going to share or not. If not, I'll just read it to you. Read the article to you. Mm, it's probably not going to work. So I'll just read it to you. If it'll come up. Maybe that's why it wasn't. Once again, my swamp signal is not well, I thought I was going to read it to you. My swamp signal's not wanting to come up. Maybe if I turn on or get rid of a What did I miss? So Bubba said, Echo said, then you must not like the governor of South Dakota. What are you talking about? What did I miss? Lisa Joe said, I've had my not so small puppy on my lap most of the 6-hour trip. Yeah, safe travels. Are you on your way? You said you were on your way back home, right? Because you've gone to a family, a victim's family. Was it Jeremy's? I know we were talking about earlier on Messenger. I can't remember what you told me. And also Thursday, I wanted to talk about too. Tomorrow night they did a balloon release for Durante because the 25th was his anniversary of when he passed, when his life was taken. Did I just? What am I doing? Oh goodness! It's gonna be a dumpster fire. Dumpster fire. I probably should have left my dumpster fire background up that Sunshine made for me, because I'm pushing buttons over here and. Okay, gotcha. A Wisconsin annual missing persons event. Gotcha. Hey, Michelle C. Good to see you here, my dear. Another one of my wonderful mods. Good to see you here. She's been lurking. That's all right. You can lurk. Most definitely. Okay, here's the missing dog. I wonder. I'm not even going to try to share it. But let me put my. No, I can't. Oh yeah, I can put that back up there. Um, get it back to the. Oh no, not that slide. That slide. Okay. So this is from Sky News, and it is from April this month. It says missing dog turns up 9 months later, 2,000 miles from home. A veterinarian has her suspicions about how three 3-year-old family dog managed to journey from California to Michigan. A dog missing from California has been reunited with its owners after turning up almost 9 months later and more than 2,000 miles away from the family home. A terrier mix, Mishka, went missing from San Diego in mid-July last year, and her owner's social media pleas for information failed to deliver any leads. Fast forward nearly 9 months, and just before Easter, authorities in suburban Detroit, Michigan, responded to a call about a stray dog. Police in Harper Woods picked the pooch up and contacted animal welfare group, the Grosse Pointe Animal Adoption Society. Hold on, it jumped. They soon discovered the 3-year-old Mishka had been chipped with information about her owner, who lives in San Diego on the U.S. West Coast. Barad Human and his family were planning to travel to Minnesota when they got the call about Mishka being found. Once the flight landed, he drove 10 hours to Michigan for an emotional reunion. This is a tale that Hollywood would love to tell, the Adoption Society said in the social media post. Mishka had disappeared from Mr. Holman's workplace, and Corinne Martin, director of the animal welfare group, believes the dog was stolen and then it was sold and ended up in Michigan. After being checked over and given a rabies shot, Mishka was cleared to return to her California home. She was clean. She was well fed. Whoever had her took good care of her. Vet Nancy Pillsbury told the Associated Press how she got here. That's a story only Mishka knows. So it's just amazing. 2,000 miles this dog traveled, or was stolen, ended up 2,000 miles from home. And then luckily she had a chip in her, so they were got in contact with her family to bring her home, or they wouldn't pick her up. So that is an amazing story. Get caught up in your comments. Jocelyn says that she has 2 now. I'm sure. Assuming you're talking about a breed of dog. And she also has a Saint Bernard. Yep, absolutely. Miss Lisa says that dog had to have been picked up or stolen. Yep, absolutely. Arctic says that's amazing. Reunited after so long. Absolutely. Yeah. Arctic says dog hopefully earns some frequent flyer miles for the family. Absolutely. All right, let's see what else I had going on here. So I've got an article about somebody's trying to urge NASA to help with the search for the Loch Ness monster. We did the dog one, so let me take that one off there. Um, Hundreds of pounds of cooked pasta mysteriously appears in a forest. A woman turns fluorescent pink after misusing some kind of, I think it was a bath bomb that she thought was soap. We have a monkey selfie. We have a two-faced cat. We have a human skull found in a Florida thrift store. A big crash spills chocolate across a freeway. Apparently now there are mustard flavored Skittles. Oh, and then another dog story: dog in Florida born with lime green fur. Uh, oh, Bubba wants to hear. You want to hear about the pasta? All right, we'll talk. Yeah, this is crazy. Let me find it again. There it is. I wish I could screen share so y'all could read. This is from CBS News, and it is from May of 2023, so it's about a year old. Because I really wanted y'all to see this pic because it has pictures of, and it's actually kind of maybe just because I watch a lot of horror movies, but the pictures of the pasta um are very creepy looking. I don't even know if I should even try. Let me try one more time to see if it'll screen share. I'm not gonna. Don't hold your breath, but trying to see if I can get back my second self back into the StreamYard studio. Okay, I'm in. I don't know if it's going to share or not. Oh, there it is. Okay, maybe it'll hold out so you can at least see the picture. So hundreds of pounds of cooked pasta, excuse me, mysteriously dumped in New Jersey woods. Get down to the actual article. It says, imagine going for a leisurely hike and stumbling upon mounds of pasta in the woods. It seems highly unlikely unless you were recently walking near the river basin in Old Bridge, New Jersey, where hundreds of pounds of cooked pasta were dumped in the area last month. Their origins remain a mystery. Nina, I'm going to butcher this name, Joknowitz, who ran for city council in the town of about 66,000, posted images of the piles of pasta in a Facebook group, thanking the Public Works Department for cleaning up the estimated 500-pound mess. And here, I'm going to try to get it where y'all can see it. Here's one picture of it. Try to get it up there. Is that not creepy looking? And there's some other pictures too that are creepier looking. That just looks like something out of a sci-fi or horror movie. Looks like something out of like a Stephen King book, Stephen King movie. Um, in her she criticized the mayor, saying let's see if I can get this a little bit bigger for y'all. Hold on. Let me try to switch layouts. There we go. It's a little bit bigger. Let me take this. There we go. Okay. I gotta go back over to my. In her post, she criticized the mayor, saying he ignored the situation. Uh, Jocknowitz ran on the platform of cleaning up the waterways and environment in the town and wants to improve waste and recycling services with new initiatives like bulk pickup. CBS News has reached out to Jocknowitz and is awaiting a response. While the visual of spaghetti and macaroni becoming one with nature is off putting, to say the least, many found humor in the peculiar sight, including Jocknowitz, who called it Mission Impossible. Now, to me, this one, if it'll come up, it may take a minute. There we go. That one looks like somebody's toupee or something. Somebody's toupee sitting out in the middle of the woods, or like Cousin It, or the remains of a Bigfoot or something. It looks like one of those, what do they call them? Those ghillie suits that people wear. I think maybe some kind of camouflage for hunting or something. But yeah, that's just creepy. In a Reddit thread dedicated to New Jersey, many people shared pasta puns. So you guys start coming up with some pasta puns out there in chat. How many we got in here? I don't even know how many we got in here. Says we should send the perpetrators to the state penitentiary. Lead suspect is a guy named Al Dente. I know you guys can come up with some better ones than that. CBS News has contacted the Old Bridge mayor, city council, police, and public works department for more information. It is awaiting a response. So that is the pasta. Get down to the picture. Go to the other picture right there. That one is creepy. Creepy, creepy. All right. Let's see. Maybe I can go over here. Let me stop sharing that. Hold on. I'm trying to get my. There we go. Let's see. See if I can get my comments to work down here on my computer. Miss Lisa Jones says, I do love carbs. Oh, I do too. I love pasta. And I know my Bubba loves pasta too. He's married to an Italian woman. She keeps him fat and happy. Exactly. That's the question. Jocelyn says, who puts cooked pasta in the forest? Exactly. Yep. Ego says, did it come up? No. Well, I guess it did. Says my wife's family shudders at the thought. Exactly. Yep, because they're Italian. Yep. You're not right. Arctic says, my guess will be one of Snow White's Italian dwarfs. Oh goodness. Uh, See, I don't know. Lisa just said all at once. I don't know if it was put out there all at once. Um, you would assume. I hope it's not part of some weird new serial offender or some kind of weird pasta cult that's come about in New Jersey. We may have to send Dave down there to check it out. He's in Massachusetts. He can take a road trip down to Jersey and check it out for us. We'll have to tell him. Exactly. Oh, the humanity, yes. Wasting all that good pasta. Oh, Arctic says 500 pounds of pasta. Someone took Olive Garden's never-ending pasta bowl seriously. I thought I ate a lot of pasta when I got the never-ending pasta bowls. Exactly, it's blasphemy. Miss Lisa Joe says it's blasphemy that they mix different types of pasta together. Yep, you're correct. Yep, never mix, never mix. Arctic said that. What? Arctic, for some reason, it didn't like your comments. Hold on, let me go now to my phone. Uh, oh no, it come up. That story is preposterous. Uh, hold on. Justin says it's a compass drop. I can't even pronounce that. Capistrophe. I'll get it. Capistrophe. Oh, good. Yeah, y'all's puns are definitely better. Yeah, here you go, Jocelyn. Jocelyn says it was oodles of fun to clean up. Oh, goodness. There you go. Lisa Joe says conspiratony. Oh, yours wasn't lame. Oh, good night, Bubba. Good night. Good to see you here. Thanks for dropping in. Drop in anytime you see me live if you're not working. I love you, brother. Um, I have told her, I have told mom that, but I'll put that up. Uh, I've told her that, but do you think she listens to me? She doesn't listen to me. I have no control over that. Oh, I don't feel bad then. Jocelyn says you can tell my mom the same. Oh goodness. Thank you, Bubba, once again for dropping in. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your support. You know I love you. Tell sister-in-law I said hi. I love her too, and the kids. I still call them kids. They're not kids anymore, but they'll always be kids, no matter how old they get. All right, guys. I think I want to end it here for now. This was fun. Thank you for this break. Unless there's something else you guys want to talk about. Exactly. Arctic said mothers don't listen to anyone. They're like geriatric kindergartners. Yes, absolutely. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? I'm open to suggestions. Or if we want to go check out Dave and see what he's up to. Oh, glad you made it home safely, Lisa Joe. Glad you made it home safely. Try to see if I can find a link to Dave's live. Go give him some support. We could all go check out Dave. Dave likes to have fun in his lives too. Let me close out the stupid StreamYard on here and see if I can get a link to Dave's on YouTube. There he is. All right, let me see. Oh, okay, share. Copy link. Now I think I'm going to okay, Jocelyn, we can go over the school in the thrift store. Absolutely. Arctic says he's going to watch Garrett, go watch Garrett Lewis and find out when I get to meet the wizard. You're gonna meet the wizard? Are you going to Oz? You have to let us. You have to let me know what you're talking. What? I got to hear about that. Oh my goodness. Okay, Lisa Joe said. All right, hold on, guys. Let me find a. Oh, close this out. Let me find that article. Which one was it? Jocelyn wanted to know about the skull found at the thrift store. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Get to the right. Let me try to bring up my StreamYard again to see if it'll screen share. One second. One second. While I'm waiting for everything to come up here. Oh, okay. Yeah, the naders, the tornadoes. Yeah. Yeah, because where you're at in Arkansas, Arctic is definitely going to get to you before it gets to me. So yeah, keep don't go out chasing, or if you do, don't get too close. Be careful. Be careful, Arctic. Right now there's a commercial on the Weather Channel, so I don't know what it's where it's at. Okay. All right, Jocelyn. I'm getting there, honey. I'm getting there. I'm finding it. I'm trying to get to see if my StreamYard will come up so I can show it, screen share it. I gotta find it. Okay. We found here it is. Human skull found in Florida thrift store. Right, let me go back over here. See if it'll share. Change my layout. Okay. It is sharing, so we will read. And human skull found in Florida thrift store's Halloween section. Imagine that. And this is from November of 2023. Oh, there's a Charmin bear. Oh, let me swat some ads here. Okay, so it says for one shopper at a thrift store in North Fort Myers, of course it happens in Florida, the creepiness of a skull on display became a little too real. Investigators at the Lee County Sheriff's Office have confirmed that a skull found on display in a thrift store is of human origin. Detectives say the skull was recognized by an unnamed shopper who happened to be an anthropologist. Well, that was. Now, what are the odds that an anthropologist is going to walk into a thrift store and just happen to come across a human skull? That is wild. Okay, so the detectives who arrived on the scene were able to confirm the skull was indeed human. And this apparently is the skull that was found. That's creepy. The store's owner says the skull was found in a storage unit purchased in years prior, according to a post put out by the Sheriff's Department. The Sheriff's Department says it will continue to work with medical examiners to continue investigating the human skull and that the probe is not suspicious in nature. How can it be not suspicious? I mean, true, wherever the skull came from could have come from a medical, because I know they do use, what am I trying to say? Medical, to train medical students and things of that nature. They use skeletons and such that have been donated. So that could be it. But I mean, why would somebody keep that in their storage unit for how many ever years? Yes, just a little strange. Just a little strange. Yeah. Arctic says Lisa, her last name wasn't Dahmer, was it? uh yeah, chasing is not a good idea. Argus said, I'm not chasing at night. I can't see to drive at night when it's not raining. I can't see to drive at night when it's raining, not raining. I'm old, I'm blind now. Yeah, Miss Lisa Joe says, imagine how many aren't found by anthropologists. Exactly. Absolutely, that is a scary thought. Oh, wait, hold on. I'll get to that one. Yeah, Arcus said that is a scary thought. Jocelyn said, exactly, how is this not suspicious? Yeah. The only reason I can think of not to be suspicious is, like I said, if it was a specimen that was donated. I wonder, because I know, have y'all heard that story? I know I've shared it a couple of times. Actually, and a thing, oh, let me see if I can find it. That Jeremy Pauly, that really weird looking dude, I think he in Florida. He actually bought some of his specimens, body parts, from a former lady that worked in a morgue from here in Arkansas, and she was has been arrested and I think charged. Let me see if I can find that. Let me get caught up in those comments, and I'll see if I can find that article. Lisa says, I'm naive. I would have been like, look at this super realistic Halloween decoration. Yeah, I probably would have been too. Let me see if I can find that. I can't remember what her name was. I'm just going to put Arkansas woman arrested for selling body parts and see what. I know a recent article has came up about her. If I can type right. Oh my goodness. There we go. Oh, maybe she played. Okay. There we go. Let's see if I can get this one to come up. Because this is just a crazy story. I've been following this story since it first came out. See if it'll share. There we go. All right. Arkansas woman accused of selling body parts pleads guilty. Let me get rid of some of these ads. Candace Scott, that was her name. Well, I'm not gonna get rid of the ads. See if I can get that up where y'all can see it. That is Candace Scott. She apparently sold some body parts to this Jeremy Pauly, and I wanted to think he was in Florida, but I could be wrong. Anyway, it says a Little Rock woman pleaded guilty Thursday to selling body parts. A United States Attorney for the Eastern District of Arkansas, Jonathan D. Ross, announced that 37-year-old Candace Chapman Scott pleaded guilty April 25th to transporting stolen body parts across state lines and conspiracy to commit mail fraud. An investigation by the FBI showed that Scott, a former employee of a mortuary service, stole human body parts and fetal remains from October 2021 to around July 2022 from the mortuary. Prosecutor says Scott sold the remains and body parts and arranged for them to be taken across the state line to the purchaser. On April 5th, Scott was indicted and charged with 6 counts of wire fraud, 4 counts of mail fraud, and 2 counts of interstate transportation of stolen property. The remaining 10 charges were dropped in exchange for her guilty plea. So, have you guys seen what this Jeremy Pauley looks like? Let me see if I can find this fine-looking gentleman's photo. Give me a minute. See if I can find the picture of him here. There he is. Actually, we got a lot of pictures of him. Okay, let me see. What am I doing? Okay, hold on. Hold on. This will give you nightmares. There is Jeremy Pauley. He's got half of his face tattooed, and then over here, I don't know if you can see my cursor, very right hand side, he's got those weird teeth. I don't know what that is. Some more pictures of him. Oh, trigger warning. Sorry, I didn't know the picture of the fetal. Yeah, that is Jeremy Pauley. Fine, upstanding gentleman there. That's just crazy. Crazy, crazy. Alright, let me see if I can get to your comments. Yeah, yes, I remember seeing Arctic said he did a video on that. Yeah, I think I watched that the other day. Yeah, casually scrolling marketplace shopping for a cell phone in a human skull. Yeah. Miss Lisa says, my friend runs cadaver dogs to get specimens for training aids, and I know she has to get all these releases signed by MEs. Yeah. She says, I may have threatened my boyfriend that I would dispose of him. We'll keep it a little secret. Oh, in a similar manner. We'll keep it a little secret. Jocelyn says there was a funeral director here that charged people for burial of cremated remains, but he stored them in a shed and didn't bury them. He did some prison time. Yeah, I've heard horror stories about the cremation and things that go on in not so savory mortuaries. Yeah. Arctic says, Jocelyn, I remember he was giving families concrete dust in the urns. Yeah. Comment. There they go. Oh. Jeremy, Jocelyn says, I don't remember that part of it. Are we talking about the same guy, or is there another sicko? There could be another one. Jeremy Pauley Jeremy Pauley may have been in Pennsylvania. I may have been getting it wrong. Yeah, I think he was in Pennsylvania. But yeah, supposedly, allegedly, some of the body parts that he got, this Candace Chapman Scott from Arkansas, he got them from her Facebook Marketplace or something, or through a Facebook group, I think it was. Scary, weird, scary stuff. Absolutely. Arctic said, someone turned dude's face into a paint by number. Mm-hmm. This is his probably won't ride on his wheelchair. Oh, so it was in Colorado. Okay, so I'm all mixed up. Are you talking about Jeremy Pauley? It was in Colorado? Yeah, there are some sickos out there, I'm telling you. And so this Jeremy Pauly guy, oh goodness, hold on. And I would bring up his website, but it's got some stuff that probably get a strike on my YouTube channel. He says how did he put it? He was a preserver. He supposedly has this. He started this museum, and he was a protector and a preserver of all these specimens and a whole bunch of hogwash. He has some weird stuff on his site. Okay, so I'm so confused, of course. So Arctic said, no, the funeral director handing out concrete dust and herbs. Gotcha. Of course, my StreamYard went out again. Let's see what else I got. Do we want another doggy story? And I really want the pictures to come up because it has the pictures of the little puppy with the green fur. Let me see if I can get back into my StreamYard on my computer. Dude, I see you down there. Tigger Man is back. I know, dude. He's rubbing on my foot. That tickles, dude. Stop. I know. Don't knock my phone off. We'll see if it'll share. It's taking its time. I don't know if it's going to come up or not. But I really want it. It's got some cute pictures of the puppy with the green fur. I don't think it's going to let me share it. You can just Google probably Florida puppy with green fur. His name is Shamrock. And you should be able to find the article. It's from Fox News from April, just a couple of days ago, April 24th. Because I don't think it's going to let me share. Yes, Arctic says Jeremy was one weird dude on Marketplace buying people's pickled pickles. Yeah, that was among other things. Yes. Yeah. Oh, did I put up the wrong one? There we go. Yeah, there's Arctic's. Says that he was buying dead people's pickled pickles. Yeah, always in Florida. Because you got stupid and you got Florida stupid. Yep, he was buying them, and who the F was selling them? Apparently, at least one former mortuary worker from Arkansas was selling them. I don't know who else was selling them, but yeah. One lady from Arkansas. I ain't gonna call her a lady. Person from Arkansas, former mortuary worker, was selling them. Let's see if I got any other articles that don't require pictures. Oh man, I was going to read this one about the housing development that looked like the Millennium Falcon, but it has pictures. It wouldn't make sense if you didn't see the pictures. No, it's not going to let me. It keeps kicking me out of StreamYard on my laptop, and I have to share pages through my laptop, so. Yeah, there you go. Arctic says, A dog with green fur. Just what has the Joker been up to? It's a cute little puppy. Lisa Joe says pre-pickled. I don't know. They were in various stages. If you're talking about the body parts. You're not right, T. Arctic said, morticians have a rough life, to be fair. I mean, they're always getting stiff. Oh my goodness. Yeah, T is gonna have to do a stand up. You have to let me be your manager or something, or we can work out a routine to do together. I can be funny sometimes, not as funny as you, but so we'll have to do our stand up routine. We'll have to go storm chasing. Me and I don't know if Kimber's still here. Was Kimber here earlier? Heck, it's been 2.5 hours. I don't remember. Me and Kimber and Discord in our Discord chat the other night. Me and Kimber were going to start we said a zoo, but no, not a zoo, an animal sanctuary with at least elephants and penguins in it, whatever kind of other critters we can find to go in it. Well, every time I try to look at the TV to see what's going on with the weather, but every time I look over there, there's a commercial on. All right, you guys. If you guys don't have anything else to talk about, I guess we'll get out of here. It's been 2.5 hours. Unless you guys have some other things you want to talk about. If not, we'll go visit Dave, see what he's doing. I wish I did, Lisa. Miss Lisa said, makes it sounds like you have easy access to elephants and penguins. No, I wish I did. I wish I did. I love elephants and penguins. I don't even know how we got to talking about. How did we get to talk about that? Arctic was there. I think we were at. No, we were talking. Yeah, we were talking about football. Because a lot of us that were in there live in who watch college football or SEC, Southeastern Conference, and they were talking about mascots. And Alabama Crimson Tide's mascot is an elephant, so we got to talk about elephants and critters. I think at one point we were talking about those drive-through um, animal things that you drive through, and the camels spit on you and such, and steal the food. And we got to talk about animals, and so me and Kimber said we were going to start a zoo or an animal sanctuary. I think that's how that whole conversation. Thank you, Jocelyn. Yep, I said I'm gonna. Yes, we spiraled out of control. We absolutely did. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go over. Hopefully, Dave is still on. You going to Dave's? Excellent, Jocelyn. I'll see you over there. Yeah, anybody else who's still here? There's 8 people here. I was gonna get Dave's. Hold on, let me put the link to Dave's live in. Give me a minute in the chat. Jocelyn, if you want to head over there and tell Dave I'm on the way, and I'm gonna try to send some people his way. I'm gonna try to find the link to his live. That's what I'm working on, Lisa. I'm trying to get the link. And I'll put it in chat. I'll probably have to put it in through. I'll have to go to the YouTube. Have to go to the YouTube side of it and put it in chat. But okay, there's his live. Share. Of course, once again, my computer's being okay. Copy link. All right, now let me go to my live stream on my YouTube through YouTube. And I will put it in the chat. The channel is called Owl on the Prowl. Lisa. Owl on the Prowl. Or it's DGR Dave. Hold on, why am I not going to YouTube? Lord have mercy. There we go. Okay, hold on 1 minute and I'll have the link. You'll probably find it before I can get the link put in the chat. I'm almost there. I just have to find my live stream. There's my live stream. But I will put it in for anybody who wants it that's still around. If the chat box will come up. There it is. Right, for anyone who wants to, there's a link in today's live. Please head over there and join Dave. Thanks everybody who was here at my live, my chat. Like I said, tomorrow night, depending on the weather, if we don't get blown away around 8ish or so, I'm gonna have a True Crime Sunday. Arctic said he would come up on panel with me. Maybe we can get Dave if he's awake, if he's not doing anything. So thanks everybody. I love you guys. Thanks for coming.